No, I was just happy that he was able to get the ovation that he got, and I was really happy that he played the way he played, because if he didn't play as physical as he's played, we would have struggled to win this game.
Kevin, the key for you guys offensively being able to pull away, I think you guys hit 7 of 13 from outside the arc in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Northwestern had a really tough loss against UCLA on Monday, and we played Wednesday night. So I knew we were going to be a little flat. We were going to be emotional and flat, and I think the big thing was I thought our bench really gave us some really good minutes in the first half to kind of spell some guys. And, just being at home really helped.
How huge was Julian today? 19 points, 11 rebounds. Also, he gave you that offense in the first half when not a lot of guys were shooting well.
No, I mean, I think he really embraced his last time being here. And I'm very thankful for our students and our fans to get here and give him, I think, you're probably looking at maybe one of the last guys to ever spend 4 years or been here for 4 years at Maryland. So I think it was really special for him to get that moment.
On kind of that note, knowing that you have postseason basketball ahead of you, do you take any time today, being senior day, to talk to Julian? Any reflective conversations?
No, I think he's already at the dinner. He's got all his family here. It's his time. This is a very special day for these guys, and they want to spend it with their family. They don't want to spend it with me.
Kevin, how fitting did it feel to send Julian out, not just with a win today, but with one of this program's best seasons in a while after all he's been through here?
Yeah, I mean, that was the conversation you and I had last March. Was 3 big things he wanted. He wanted to get his degree from the University of Maryland. He didn't, he wanted. That was really the biggest thing. He wanted to get his degree from the University of Maryland because he's a Maryland kid, so it meant that much. He wanted to get back to the NCAA tournament, and he felt that this was the best place to do it. And he was loyal. 30 was loyal. He's like, I've been here, and you've done right by me, and I know you're going to continue to do right by me. When you transfer it, it's you never know what's going to happen. And he knew that he had a home, and he had a guy who was going to take care of him.
Hey, Kevin. 18 turnovers today, but what does it say to the resilience to be able to overcome that, especially in the first half, which seemed like a half that you guys would have been down at halftime in previous seasons or previous instances, but this team, how they've matured this season to overcome that and be a team that led at halftime and then build on it in the second?
The turnovers are a little bit of an issue. They were against Michigan too. I got to figure out how to practice, how to work on our fast break, to be honest with you, I'm not that smart of a guy. I had to work on a fast break with only 8 guys, because that's all we have to practice is 8 guys, and that's been a little bit of an issue over the last 2.5 weeks, where I think we've been really solid defensively. We've been pretty good in the half-court offense. Our fast break numbers have really gone down because we've been really sloppy because we haven't been able to practice that as much. So I got to try to figure a way this week that we can stay sharp on the break, because I think we had 7 of our turnovers were on the fast break, and it just looks like we have no idea what we're doing, when that was a really, really strong suit in the middle of January and February.
I won't call them days off, but you've got 6 days between now and next Friday in Indianapolis when you'll play.
We have not been good coming off buys.
Yeah, that's any thought of how it's going to look?
Yeah, appreciate that. I was going to go have a beer. Now I'm going to switch to whiskey. No, I mean, going out west was, we had 4 days off because of the New York trip. So that was and then going out west, and I thought we played pretty good going into Ohio State. We just missed our free throws. We would have won at Ohio State if we made our free throws. So I think, we're going to take technically 2 days off, but it won't be a full 2 days. It'll be like a day and a half.
Hey, Kevin. Nick Martinelli, obviously probably not a great match for you guys, just personnel-wise, but what were some of the struggles in guarding him, and did you switch anything up?
He's not a good matchup for anybody. Like, that kid's a warrior. That kid is, if he could ever improve his outside shot just a little bit, he's unstoppable. He knows angles. Everyone knows he's going back to his right shoulder and his left hand, but he still gets there because he understands how to set guys up. Without Nick Martinelli, that team wouldn't win a game. And they lost Barnheiser. I forget the point guard's name, but they lost the starting point guard. And everybody knows that you got to stop Martinelli to beat them. And that kid's willed that program to 7 wins, which is ridiculous considering how many injuries they've had. He's a really, really good player. I voted for him first team because I thought without him, Chris would have no chance just because of the injuries they've had.
Okay. Coach, I know that coaching is a perfectionist mindset, and you're always trying to get to that next level of molding your team. But now with 24 wins, ranked in the country, how you molded this team, what's your level of satisfaction in the job that you've done, melding this team, getting ready for March?
It's my job. So, I mean, if I don't do that, I always say someone else is going to be sitting here. So I just focus on my job. I'm like an old school worker. I like getting in here at 6 a.m. I like to work. My job is to win games. If I don't win games, I'm not going to be here. That's the stress that being a coach is. So molding and all, I don't get any satisfaction over anything. I just feel like I've done my job, and that I need to do my job every year. That's the way I look at it. Every year, my stress level in September goes through the roof, and I don't talk to my wife. My kids hate me. Everyone hates me, but I have to win games, and I have to mold young men, and I have to graduate young men, and then you still have to recruit young men. So it's my job. It's a great job, not complaining, because I know someone on Twitter is going to say, Willard's complaining. Look at his salary. I love my job. My job is to win games.
One more thing on Jew. He was 57% from the line last year. Just what to say about how hard he works in the gym to go 11 for 13 today at the line to kind of.
Yeah, Jew's different. Jew's a big guy that enjoys working. Me and Jew put 2 days of work in this week. I was like, I'll see you at 10 a.m. He's like, I can't wait. So it just shows you the maturity he's had, and also his work ethic. He's got a great work ethic, which is very unrare for big guys. Most big guys just don't like working on their game. Jew knew it was a weakness, and he's made it a strength now. Thank you, everybody.
Players will be on shortly.
Drew, can you kind of take us through the emotions of the day from, you know, the introductions and then when you're hugging Coach Willard on the way out? Just what was that like for you today?
You know, it was a lot, but we had to, you know, just put them aside for the sake of the team and just get the dub, and that's what I ended up doing in the second half, and we were just able to lock in and smooth things out.
Obviously, a lot more basketball for you guys coming up, but when you look back on your career at Maryland, here in this building, kind of what are you most proud of?
Definitely like the fans and stuff like that. Just the love that they shown and them staying with us through the hard times. You know, we started off 1-3. There was a lot of people saying some stuff about us, and we kind of fought back and stayed strong like we did. And it's just a blessing to have fans like that.
Thank you. Juju, saw that moment you had where you held up that frame with your number, kind of had that ovation from the fans. When you have a moment like that after these 4 years, I mean, what was going through your mind in that moment, and what does this just entire area, this university, mean to you?
Yeah, I was really grateful in that moment. Just really grateful that like the fans came out to see me. Like a lot of people had my number on, and it's just great that I can have that impact on people's life and just them like them showing love like that. I'm just really grateful.
Julian, you guys out-rebounded them by 22 this afternoon. How huge was that, especially the way things weren't happening offensively early?
Yeah, I think that was key to this win. You know, we had that Martinelli that was going off. He was taking advantage. He was playing really well, and I feel like we had to take over in some facet of the game, and it happened to be rebounding. So, I feel like we take care of the glass like we did today. We're a really hard team to beat.
You guys enter the Big Ten tournament having won 11 of 13. You've locked up a double bye. Could finish as high as second. What do you like the most about how you guys are playing right now?
You know, I like how solid we're playing. We battled adversity early in the season, like I said, we were 1-3, and just stand together like we did. We had a tough stretch. Michigan State had the buzzer beater against us. We stayed together though. We just stayed a team and stayed a family. That's what I like most about this group.
Hey, Julian, coming in today, knowing it was going to be senior day, do you have in your mind like, hey, I want to go out and put on and do a double-double today, or that's just kind of, it came to you that way, just based on what they were giving you in the first half?
No, it just kind of came to me. You know, first play drew up for me, but you know, it was kind of a secondary option for me to score. But yeah, it wasn't really a mindset all about me. It was more so like just getting the team and just making sure we get the dub.
Julian, you've been through a coaching change here. You've been through a rough season last year. Like, what does it mean to you to have stuck it out for 4 years here and to go out with this kind of a season that you all are having?
It means a lot. Yeah, you know, like you said, my freshman year, it was a coaching change. It wasn't really a good season. Willard came in second year. We had a dominant season my first year, getting in the tournament. And then junior year had a mediocre regular season. And now for us to do what we're doing now is special, and it just means a lot going out like this.
You guys almost have almost like a week before you play again, and Coach Willard had pointed out you guys haven't been great off a bye. What can you guys do to kind of change that going into your first game in the Big Ten?
You know, just changing our activity that we're doing during these days off. Just staying locked in and practicing, taking days off, but also staying locked in, doing other things off the court, recovery-wise, and things in that nature, and just staying locked in as a team, less physically, and doing things that's less physically impactful to the body, and more mentally.
Anything else for Juju? Okay. Any more questions for Jordan? Thank you. Questions for Jordan? Starting with Gene.
Hey, Jordan, having played with Ju for a couple seasons, just what has his impact been on the program, and especially this season with you guys having the season you are?
Yeah, Ju has had a great impact on his program. You know, everybody knows Ju as the physical, dominant big man as he is, and that's what he has been for us this season. And he just keeps giving us opportunities to succeed. So.
Hey, Jordan, just throughout the season, a lot of vitality in the minutes that you play. Some games you'll play 20, some games you'll play 1. How do you stay kind of in the right headspace to still step on the court and provide the energy that you do night in and night out?
Really, it's just me telling myself, you know, that being productive is always a positive thing. You know, whether I play 2 minutes or I play 20 minutes. Every time I get out there, I tell myself that once I step in between those 4 lines, I'm supposed to play hard, and that's kind of my identity. I hold myself to a certain standard. So with that mentality, you know, I just try my best, and whatever happens, happens. So.
Jordan, the way you guys have been playing the last 2 months, a pair of losses, both last-second variety, 11 of 13. What do you like the most about how things have come together?
Sorry, say that one more time.
The team. What do you like the most about how you guys are playing right now?
Yeah, like the chemistry is off the charts right now. So during warm-up, shoot around, you know, everybody or some players had the Crab 5 shirt on, you know, our teammates. I think 40 had 40, or Ben Murphy, I call him 40. He had Dairy Queen shirt on, you know what I mean? Everybody's rooting for each other, and that chemistry kind of plays out on the court. Everybody's, you know, looking for each other. Everybody knows each other's tendencies and stuff. So it's coming together really nice and at a great time, too. So.
Coach mentioned earlier that you guys have had issues coming off of long layoffs. You won't play until next Friday. What's the biggest challenge as a player to kind of not let it be a bump?
Just staying sharp, staying consistent. Yeah, we have a couple of days off, and, you know, we haven't had, I guess, the best record of coming off, you know, a long string of off days, but, you know, we're aware of it, you know, so we're going to plan accordingly and make sure when we come into this next important game, we're going to be ready to fight. So.
2 more in the middle and the back.
Yeah, Jordan, you mentioned the shirts, and kind of today was a day of celebration, but now you enter a part of the season where obviously losses take you out. Have you guys kind of talked about a mindset shift? Have you felt like you guys are prepared for that, you know, no mistakes part of the season?
Yeah, Coach Willard, every time, you know, the last couple of games was counting down, he was reminding us to, you know, we're getting ready for the tournament. That's what we stepped on the court on from June 1st. You know, every time we break, we say tourney. You know what I mean? So we know what's at stake, and, you know, we're just excited that we're finally here. So.
Thank you.
All right, you're good. Thanks.
Of course. Thank you, guys. Thank you.